Are we all settled and okay? Good. Then, without doing a great deal of thinking, without having to ponder about it, just the first thing that comes into your mind that feels good to look at, I'm going to invite you to write down your response to the following inquiry. If you could ask God any question that you wished this morning, any question at all of a fair and serious nature, not who's going to win the lottery or who's going to be the next president, but something that means something to your soul. If you could ask God any question that means something to your soul, what would it be? Write down the question. Write down the question. When you have the question written down, signal to me that you have the question written down by placing your writing implements gently on the floor at your feet, because you won't need this on your lap for a while. And then I will know how close we are to being finished with this part of the process. Is there anyone who needs more time with this? This should be relatively quick. If you need too much time with it, you're thinking too much. Is there anyone who is not finished with notating their question? Good. Now I'm going to invite you all to allow yourself to relax into the physicality of this moment. That is, allow yourself to be comfortable with your body. It's just as comfortable as this moment will allow. Maybe you have a little ache and a pain here and there, or whatever, but as comfortable as this moment will allow. Just permit yourself to slip fully into this moment. If you need some water, if you want to catch a cough or release some energy from your throat, take a drink. Take some water. I have some here if somebody needs some. Good. Now, in this moment, you will notice that your body will start doing all sorts of things it rarely does. It'll start itching here or bothering you there, or you'll have to cough more than usual, or stuff will happen because your body will resist this process unless it doesn't. Just watch that. Enjoy it. Just enjoy it. Smile and say, isn't this interesting? I hardly ever cough. I hardly ever sneeze. I hardly ever itch. And here I am, everything at my body, going on with my body at the same time. Just watch that. Now we're going to begin by allowing you to take a little survey of your body. It sometimes is helpful to do this with your eyes closed, though it's not necessary. You may keep your eyes open if that feels better to you, but I find it works if I keep my eyes closed. And what I'm going to invite you to do is just take a survey of what it feels like to be right here, in this moment right now. The idea here is to allow yourself to be totally present, right here, right now. And we begin that experience of presence with the body. So allow yourself to experience what it feels like to be present with the body, completely present in this particular moment, not in the moment that came just before, or in the moments that you anticipate will be on their way, but in this particular moment. What does it feel like to be in your body? We begin by just moving in consciousness to our feet, whether they're folded under you as you sit on the floor, or whether they're on the floor as you're sitting in the chair. Just kind of like let your consciousness, let your focus, let your attention, if you please, move to your feet. Just feel what does it feel like in your feet right now? What are your feet feeling, and what does it feel like as you contemplate that part of your body? And then as we continue with our inventory, just moving in consciousness slowly up the trunk of your body and noticing what it feels like to be here physically. In your legs. What do your legs feel like? Are they touching another part of your body? Are they touching the chair or the floor? Just kind of notice. No judgment. Nothing right or wrong about it, obviously. Just what it is. But notice what it is, because we so seldom notice what it is. So I'm going to be real quiet now for about 10 seconds while you just notice your legs and how they feel to be right where they are. Nice. Good. So that's how it feels to be right here. And now moving up your body still further, moving to your solar plexus, and to your little tummy area, and to your chest and where your heart is. Just kind of moving up in consciousness. Let yourself scan your body with your inner eye and just experience that. These are the areas of the body which we sometimes don't really get in touch with. You know, the inner part of your chest and your lungs and your liver and pancreas and your heart, for that matter. But see if you can sense deeply, even though we don't often feel these things individually, what they're experiencing right now, what these parts of your body feel like to be here, present in this moment right now. I'll be quiet for a few seconds, and you just take that inventory. Yes, good. That's what it feels like to be here now. Now feel what your back is experiencing. Is it just kind of there against the air? Or is it feeling the back of the chair? If you're sitting in a chair, just kind of notice what, if anything, your back is experiencing in particular in this moment that we call right now. Nice. And now finally bringing your attention and your focus to your throat chakra. To your head, your face. What does it feel like to be here fully right now? And then moving to your crown chakra and to the uppermost part of your body. Just paying attention to that. Again, this is a part of our body we don't often pay a lot of attention to unless we're combing or styling our hair. Otherwise, it's just kind of there. We don't really think too much about it. But for now, just think about it. Just allow yourself to feel or sense whatever your crown chakra and the uppermost part of your physicality is experiencing right now in this exact moment. Now pay attention to the sounds of this moment. You might find it intriguing to notice that there are sounds all around you all the time that we rarely notice. In fact, it might feel interesting to notice that while it seems relatively quiet in this place, when you're doing nothing but listening, it suddenly becomes very noisy. Listen to the noises of the silence, what I call the noises of the silence. That is, the sounds we ordinarily ignore and we call it quiet. Listen to this thing we call right now. Good. Now smell the smells of right now. What fragrances are there in the air? Just pay particular attention and give all of your focus for 10 seconds to your sense of smell. Good. That's what it is like to be fully present right now. And now without opening your eyes, but keeping your eyes closed, and if they are not closed, allowing yourself to close them now. Allow yourself to look with your inner eye at whatever you're seeing in that darkness of eyes closed. Just look to see what presents itself on the dark screen of your mind. As you look with your inner eye forward into the darkness of this moment right now. Now try a little experiment with me, with a minimum of fuss or movement, just with short, gentle movement. Allow yourself to experience even more darkness by simply placing the palm of your hand in front of, but not touching, your eyes. just in front of your forehead without touching your eyes, so that it gets even darker. Any residual light that was coming through your eyelids just disappears. Now look to see what you see in the velvet jet blackness of now. Is there a dancing blue flame? Is there a flickering blue light somewhere in the field of blackness? Look for it. Look for it.